Hi everyone, Miss Diorio from Citizenship Academy here with your next skills lesson. We're going to do 3 things today. So we're going to start off with reviewing nouns and verbs and then working to expand our sentences. We did that a couple weeks ago and I think you guys were really good at it, so we're just going to review. Then we're going to do some Lego cards, because we haven't done those in a while and it's a good idea to get up and get moving. And then we're going to review that tricky letter G that can sometimes make the G sound and can sometimes make the J sound, right? Super tricky, but we're going to review it. So let's start off today. I have a sentence on a piece of paper. It's a very simple sentence, but we're going to expand it. So what does this sentence say? Gus runs, okay? What's the noun in our sentence? Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. What's the noun? Gus. Gus is a person. Gus is a noun. Gus is also a proper noun because there's only one Gus, right? Remember, our proper nouns are there's very specific, only one. So Gus is our noun. What is Gus doing? What's our verb? Gus runs. Good. Gus is running. Gus runs. Runs is our verb. That's our action word. Now, this is a very simple sentence, right? We know what Gus is doing. That's fine. He's running. But how can we expand it? So remember we asked those questions. What, where, when, and add some adjectives. So for this one, Gus runs. Let's ask where. Gus runs where? Outside, right? Or whatever you want. So we can expand this sentence, and I'm going to write it underneath. Gus runs outside. We can add that detail, and it gives us more information about what Gus is doing and where Gus is running. Perfect. All right, let's try this one. Go ahead and read it on your own. Kate found a coin. Good. Let's start off by identifying the noun. Who this sentence is about. Who is this sentence about? Who are we talking about? What's our noun? Kate. Very good. So I'm going to circle Kate. Now, what did Kate do? What's our action word? What's our verb? Kate found. Very good. That's tricky. Kate found a coin. To find something is an action word. That's our verb. Kate found a coin. Now, that's a pretty good sentence, right? Everything's good. Kate found a coin. Awesome. But can we add more details? So what kind of coin did Kate find? Can we add some describing words to it? Add some adjectives? What do we know about the coin? How can we describe the coin? Maybe old? I think it was also a Spanish coin too. So I'm going to add that to our sentence. Kate found an old Spanish coin. Adding those details so you get more information about the coin Kate found. Good job. We're expanding our sentences. Starting off with nouns and verbs, moving on. All right, we're going to do 2 more. Here we go. Go ahead and read that one on your own. Jack hops on one foot. Jack hops on what foot? So, who is our sentence about? What's our noun? Jack. Beautiful. Jack is our noun. Jack is also a proper noun, just like Kate and Gus. There's only one Jack. And what is Jack doing? What's the verb? Hops. He's hopping. That's our action word. That's our verb. Jack hops on one foot. Now, let's add some details. Where does Jack hop on one foot? At the playground? I'm just going to add that at the end of our sentence. At the playground. Now, you can picture Jack hopping on one foot at a playground. If he was just hopping on one foot, that's fine and dandy, but We can add more details. Jax hops on one foot at the playground. Beautiful. Last sentence, here we go. Go ahead and read it on your own. With my finger. Roger slips on the ice. Oof. Hopefully he didn't get hurt. So what's our noun? Who is our sentence about? Roger. Very good. Again, another proper noun. Because there's only one Roger. Roger, what does Roger do? What's our verb? Slips. Slips is our verb. He slipped. Poor Roger. Now, if Roger slips on the ice, complete sentence, that's fine. But let's expand it. Roger slips on the ice. When? In winter? During winter? I'm just going to add this on the bottom. In the winter. Now, these are my ideas. If we were in class, you would give me all your ideas. So if you have different ideas than me and you want to change the way that we expanded these sentences, by all means, go ahead. You can write these out. You can write Jack hops on one foot and add your own expanded sentence. I would love that. You can do that for any or all of these that you want. I'll put these up on Google Classroom, our sentence starters, so that you can try it on your own. I'd love to see your ideas. I've seen a lot of them so far. I really like seeing them because you guys are very creative. All right, you ready for some wiggle cards? We haven't done them in a while, so I'm excited. I'm going to do them with you today because I think it's a lot of fun. All right, so let me make myself smaller. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Let's start with the first one. I'm going to make this bigger. We'll do it together. We'll read it and then do it. First one. Go ahead and read it. Jump up and down. I'm going to do it. Ooh. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, next one. Be a good dog. Be a good dog. Be patted on the head, maybe. All right, next one. Be careful with this tricky GE here at the end. So, j. Remember, this makes the j sound. So we have j. Plunge into the pool. Plunge into the pool. Ugh, on a hot day like today, that would be great. I dive. Splash. I'd love to plunge into a pool today. All right, next one. Act out a I'm going to go back to this. This G here. So it could make the G sound or it could make the J sound. So let's try it with the G sound first. Magic. That's not really a word. So let's try it with the J sound. Magic. So this one, in this word, the G makes the J sound. So this is magic, trick. Act out a magic trick. I'm going to pull a rabbit out of my hat. Do some abracadabra. All right. Next one, go ahead and read it. Brush. I think this is supposed to be off. Let me fix that for you. There we go. Brush off. Now here's that tricky G again. So let's try it with the G sound first. Germs. That's not really a word. So let's try it with the J sound. Germs. germs. So in this case, the G makes the G sound. So we have brush off germs. I'm going to pretend to wash my hands. All right. Nice soap and water on there. Good to go. All right, next one. Dance a jig. I'm going to do a little bit of Irish step. Hold on. You do your jig. All right, next one. Arch, march in. We have that tricky E at the end, so this is line. Line. March in line. March like a shoulder. So shoulder. Soldier. Boom, 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 boom. Awesome. Last one. Jump 12 times. Ready? Count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Whoa, I counted way more than 12. I just kept counting. I was having fun. Ah! All right. You probably did 12 because you're good listeners. I was just having a grand old time with that. All right. In those wiggle cards, you saw a lot of words with the letter G. Now, we learned about this a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to move myself up here. The letter G is tricky because it can sometimes make the G sound, but it also sometimes makes the J sound. Okay? Most commonly, it's going to make the G sound. If you look on this side of this chart right here, you see a 1 pointing to 3 words. Gum, glad, dog. The 1 is pointing this way because they want you to try that way first. Try it with the G sound first. However, just like in our wiggle cards, if it doesn't make sense, you want to try it with the J sound, like gem and germ. If you remember, we made this chart a couple weeks ago. I will put this back up on Google Classroom. Try it with the G sound first. If it doesn't work, if it's not a word, try it with the J sound. Okay? Another trick to remember is if there's an E or an I after it, it's probably going to make the J sound. So that's another trick to remember, but always try both ways. Try G, doesn't make sense, try J. Okay? All right, what I'm going to have you do is practice that today. So in Google Classroom, you're going to see something called Tricky Spelling G number 2. I highlighted all the words with the letter G in it. Your job is going to be to decide whether it makes the G sound or the J sound. So this first one we'll do together, and then I want you to do the rest on your own. This first one says the frog has spots. In the word frog, the G is making the G sound. So we're going to put it in this column. Okay? If it makes the J sound, you're going to write the word in the other column. If you do not know what the word is, you're going to take your time and you're going to sound it out. So for example, with the word frog, you'd go g. That makes sense. But if it didn't, you'd go j. Try it both ways. Try the g first, then the j. Okay, with all of the G words on this paper. They're all highlighted. I will put up this chart on Google Classroom to help you out. If you have any questions, feel free to dojo message me or email. You're welcome to do it on Google Classroom like this, or you can pause the video and you can just copy it onto paper, whiteboard, whatever you have at home. All good with me. Send a picture to me or to your teachers, and I will see you guys next time. Good job today.